You are listening to Practical and Woo by Mindset and Manifest. My name is Eden, and I invite you to embark on a journey with me to explore the practical and spiritual edges of the unknown for the purpose of allowing you to embody and empower yourself uniquely as you are and to intentionally create and live a life of freedom and fulfillment. Each week, I'm going to discuss topics such as energetics, reality creation, manifestation, astrology, tarot, and more to help empower you to live beyond perceived limitations and to practically design your life so it feels like absolute magic every step of the way. Let's dive in. Well, hello, brilliant soul. There is a topic in the ethereal zeitgeist that feels particularly important to usher in for you today. Every so often, these episodes are sometimes informed by recurring conversations that I'm either invited into or happen to overhear. And no, don't worry, I'm not talking about eavesdropping. I do cherish my integrity. So what is the theme of this particular musing? You might be beginning to wonder. Today, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty around the desire to control things in our own lives as well as the lives of our loved ones. Many of us, if not all of us, want the power and influence to direct the course of our lives, to serve us favorably, and to create the magic and miracles we want to experience in our day-to-day. If you didn't want these things, then chances are you wouldn't be engaging in a podcast that delves into intentional reality creation. It's normal to desire positive outcomes in the subjects of your health, well-being, abundance, and success. We want these things for ourselves as well as for our loved ones, and oftentimes even more for our loved ones. In fact, it can feel so incredibly challenging when you are a second or third party to the life of someone you love, meaning you have the vantage point to understand that a choice that they made or a habit that they are perpetuating has a strong chance of causing heartache in their life. You have this foresight for a possible painful outcome. Whether your best friend is repeating a pattern of committing to romantic partners with toxic and even dangerous characteristics, or your child is struggling to see their own beauty and magnificence and gives their power away to a friend group that does not value them. What can you do when you want so badly to make everything okay for that person? When you want them to feel as happy and fulfilled and as in their potential as you see as possible for them? If only they saw themselves the way that you see them. This is a righteous desire with well-meaning intention, and the best thing you can do for these incredible people in your life is to allow them to have the journey they are on, trust they are capable of navigating it, and be the support for them along the way. A particular example is coming up in my mind from my own life. I had just begun speaking to this person who I was particularly fond of, and on one occasion I shared the musings of a couple of intense conversations that we had had with my best friend. Because I have a mindset that seems to be dedicated to learning and growing from every possible experience, I was reflecting to my friend all of the things that I was learning as a result of the difficult conversations. My friend looked at me with concern and said, "Something feels off. I think this person is manipulating you." I was a bit taken aback by her reflection, and I also appreciated her candor. I continued nevertheless to spend time with this romantic partner and was led on a journey of self-discovery in an emotional landscape that I can only describe as shadowy and dark. All through this experience, my best friend stayed in my life and remained steadfast in her support of me. It wasn't easy for her to witness me in so much pain, and yet I am grateful to her for having the willingness and conviction to stay. I can say without a shadow of a doubt that the experience I had in that romantic relationship, as well as the experiences I had in a string of notably troublesome romantic relationships, were all part of a greater life plan to teach me, mold me, and guide me into the person I am right now. If I were to go back, I would do all of it again to learn what I was able to learn. Sometimes our life journey and the life journey of our loved ones are guiding us into lions' dens that are meant to be the catalyst for the change, growth, and evolution that we experience in our lives. The best thing you can do for yourself and your loved one is to trust that you and they are capable of growing and learning through any and all experience, coming out the other side fortified. It can feel so challenging to trust that a precious bird is eventually going to be able to fly from the nest with strong wings and a sense of direction. And yet, it is so fundamental to honor that every single brilliant soul here on planet Earth has a life journey that is unique and important, to trust that they are able to navigate their lived experience and grow from it. I know for me, I want to trust people the way I am grateful to have been trusted when I was still learning the ropes of some of my most challenging emotional patterns. If you really think about it, you likely desire for those that you love to trust that you are capable in figuring out how to do differently and how to make different choices, even if you've made the same mistake again and again. If you are someone who is committed to your personal development and growth, then I have a feeling you are also the person who learns, grows, and develops every single day. That if you looked back at a rear view of your life so far, you would realize that you are now doing things and experiencing feelings that you never imagined possible. Our loved ones deserve the same courtesy, the same love, faith, and trust that we desire for ourselves. There is a traditional fable that I heard recently that is coming to my mind, and I would love to leave it with you. Once upon a time, in a quaint village surrounded by lush meadows and whispering trees, lived a curious young boy named Leo. Leo loved exploring the natural world, always fascinated by the creatures and plants he encountered on his adventures. One sunny afternoon, while wandering through a field of wildflowers, Leo stumbled upon a peculiar sight. A small, wiggling cocoon hanging from a low branch. Intrigued, he sat down to watch. As minutes turned into hours, he saw the cocoon move more vigorously. Inside, a caterpillar was struggling to emerge. Leo felt a pang of sympathy for the tiny creature. He thought to himself, why should this little one struggle so much? Maybe I can help. Gently, he took out his pocket knife and carefully cut open the cocoon, allowing the caterpillar to break free easily. The caterpillar, now a butterfly, stumbled out. Its wings were small and crumpled, and it seemed unable to fly. Leo watched in concern as the butterfly flapped its wings weakly, trying and failing to take off. It moved around in circles on the ground, its body weak and undeveloped. Leo ran home, cradling the butterfly, and told his wise grandmother what had happened. She listened patiently, then gently explained, "Oh, Leo, I know you meant well, but the struggle to emerge from the cocoon is what gives the butterfly the strength to fly. By helping it out too soon, you prevented it from developing the muscles it needs in its wings." Realizing his mistake, Leo felt a deep sadness. He had wanted to help, but instead he had hindered the butterfly's growth. His grandmother placed a comforting hand on his shoulder. "Sometimes, Leo, we have to just let nature take its course. Struggles are part of growth, and every creature has its journey." Leo spent the following days observing other cocoons, resisting the urge to interfere, and marveling as one by one butterflies emerged, struggled, and eventually took to the sky with their beautiful, strong wings. The lesson stayed with Leo forever. He learned the importance of patience and the value of struggle in the process of growth. And as he grew older, he applied the wisdom to his own life, understanding that challenges are necessary steps on the path to becoming the best version of ourselves. Until next time.